some game balls.
Boom.
Balls. So we got 5 game balls to give out for the Lions Packers Thanksgiving massacre. What do you got for your game ball or Ols, Jordan? Damn. I don't know what happened there.
Well, first game ball. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Let's just go off the top, and I'm gonna go with somebody you talked about.
Oh, see.
Person you thought you were gonna have as an impact player, Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is. I don't know if we've had. I'm trying to think if we've had a player that impacted the game like he does every game. We've had great. I'm going back all the way to obviously, I was very young when Reggie White was around, but I think and even so, think of the greatest defenders that have been on the Packers since you've been watching them. Clay Matthews, Charles Woodson. It's still, we still got that. He has to do some stuff in the playoffs to be on their level. But as far as consistency from what we've seen so far, I don't know. Because you'd have games where they would scheme Clay Matthews out of the game. They would just focus on stopping him. Other players would be able to step up. With Charles Woodson, he got beat. He got beat a lot because he's always taking chances. So, for a defensive player, I don't know, man. This guy's amazing. Deserves a game ball. And his impact this week was all over. Not just in the pass game, the run game. He had a lot of good setting the edge there and not just going after the quarterback. He did. There was one play where he did try and go after the quarterback. I was just thinking about that. They had like a big run. I think maybe it was a reverse or something. I couldn't remember, but yeah. First game ball, Micah Parsons.
Game ball goes Micah Parsons. Well, he went after the quarterback. He had 2.5 snacks. I was just looking at the corner of my screen and looking that it was saying snow still. And then I was reading snow in my head and gonna say sacks, but he had 2.5 snacks. He was snacking on that Jared Goff pack. That's what he was doing right there. So he had 2.5 sacks. So I think that's a very rightful game ball to go to. Now I'm gonna give the second game ball to a man whose jersey I've had for a little while, a throwback jersey. I actually have it on right now, and nobody else knows what it is except for you.
Can we see it? Or?
But that is Dantayvion Wicks. All right, we have the Wicks jersey, and we have a game ball for Dantayvion Wicks because of his impact that he had on the game. I mean, you just see that throughout the game, he had a pretty good impact. I think he was our leading receiver in that game. He had like 94 yards. I don't think he was leading. Christian Watson might have took that. But
he was the leading receiver.
Was he? He was still leading? Okay. So he was our leading receiver, and he had 2 touchdown catches. And that big one, that controversial one, which was already said to have been, it was corrected right there on the broadcast. Tom Brady said it. If Tom Brady says it, then it's true. All right? Don't question it. Dantayvion Wicks caught that football, and it was a touchdown.
Yes, sir. Right?
So, yeah, he's hanging on to the football. I think we all know he's a great route runner, and he can be consistent. So that just goes to show, man, like when we're all on the same page, like how much depth we have on our team, like when any guy could just step up and have a game like that. especially getting ahead of myself, but with Jaden Reed coming back, it's very exciting. But hey, this week, Dantayvion Wicks, you did your thing. You made a huge impact on the game. Leading receiver and 2 touchdown catches. Here's the game ball. Dantayvion Wicks.
Nice. Yeah. Totally deserves it.
Oh, you did. Party like a rock star. You remember that song?
Party
Party like a rock star.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally did.
Now the third game ball here. So we can go out to somebody that apparently we said we like them. We said we liked them. We kind of trashed them though. Honestly, I can confirm from my sources in the Packers organization that he does have a good personality on and off the field. But I'm gonna give a game ball to the McDuffster.
Wow.
What was his name? Tyrone McDuffie.
I said Trent McDuffie.
It's Isaiah.
I know it's Isaiah. But
Isaiah McDuffie.
He used to have a Trent.
He had 12 tackles and 2 TFLs, 2 tackles for loss.
Oh, he's on the Chiefs. That's why Trent McDuffie. And, I'm sorry. They're not even relevant anymore. I don't know why I got that mixed up. But go ahead with Isaiah because he's the new Trent.
Yeah. He he really has been impacting the game a lot with Quay out. I think with his physicality. Cooper and Quay, they run sideline to sideline. They're great tackling, but it's just something else when McDuffie hits somebody. Maybe it's just because he's a lot smaller and whatnot. But like, man, his hits, you hear him, through the television, so you can feel him in your chest. I'm sure if you're a Lions fan, if you saw him walking down the street, like, oh, woo, it's the McDuffster. But yeah, 12 tackles, 7 of them were solo tackles too. So he was all over the field, and shout out Isaiah McDuffalo.
All right. Isaiah McDuffie. Like a lot of guys have just been stepping up with our injuries and going hard. And I think that I just feel like there's so many clips in this here episode that someone could just clip them just right and really expose my true feelings. No.
Yeah.
No, I think guys have been stepping up, and I just hope, and I have faith though that the coaching staff will keep the guys who are have momentum and are hot right now, doing the right things because we have people coming back. We have our receivers stepping up, but then we got a Jaden Reed come back, which is good. I just hope that it doesn't make us take a step backwards when trying to fit these guys in. And take away from the momentum that we have. That's just kind of a side thought on how Murphy's been stepping up there. So, hey, I got full faith that we can go ahead and keep the momentum going regardless. But so you're giving your game ball to McDuffie. Just one game ball?
Yep.
Just one game ball. Okay. So that puts us at 2 more game balls, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I am going to give the 4th game ball to Matt LaFleur. What a game. So what stood out to me about Matt LaFleur and his aggressiveness is, I know we were talking about Dan Campbell. I just think that the decisions to go for it in certain game scenarios really were clutch. I mean, we were 3 for 3 on 4th downs against the Lions, which really, 3 for 3 on 4th downs. And then not to mention the last, pretty much the last play of the game was 4th down. We were like, what, at the 45 or something like that. And, we could have maybe ran it and ran out some more time or something like that. But he calls the pass play, has faith in Jordan Love, knows Dantayvion Wicks is going in, knowing that our receivers are locked in, understanding that, and then, calling the pass play on fourth down, getting the first down, and sealing the game right there. Now that's aggressive and smart. There's a complete total difference between just being aggressive and trying to have the biggest balls of them all, as AC/DC would say, than just actually trying to win a football game and understanding the game of football and the situations that you are in. So, hey, I'm going to give this to Matt LaFleur. And I asked you a couple of weeks ago, like, do you think Matt LaFleur holds back early on in the season? And just kind of based off what I'm seeing, I kind of think maybe he does, but who knows? That's neither here nor there. I don't really want to think about that, especially if it is in the early on in the season. But it just seems like we always seem to get going later on in the season, and at a perfect time too.
I think it's just the fact that he's a smart head coach, and that as you know, we started off the season this year pretty good on offense, and then teams figured out what we were doing, and I think it's just his adjustments, and now he's like, all right, well, they're gonna do that, we're gonna go there, and I think that's what it is. I think he's just getting his momentum with that. Not that he's holding back, but that he's a smart coach. He's not just gonna go in there every time and just we're gonna do what we do, and who cares what the defense does? No, like, defense is doing this, we're gonna go here. So I think it's just more smart coaching on that end. But yeah, so the final game ball, which we haven't even really talked about it much, had 4 touchdown passes. I've heard it from all the fans. I mean, there's fans out there thinking that Caleb Williams is better than Jordan Love.
What?
I don't, like I said, I'm not on social media, but I could see that. Anyways, I don't know. But
trust me, you say it jokingly, but there are people out there who think Caleb Williams is better than Jordan Love.
Yeah. Well, and he's just, I wouldn't say that was even his best game. He played good. He played great. Did what we needed to do to win the game. I think he had a little more incompletions than I'd like to see. A couple of balls that I'm sure he would have liked to have back. I know there was that one to Watson. I think there was a few to Watson that he wanted to have back. And that one where, who was it? I don't even know. I think it was one. It might have been one of the running backs there. He just missed.
Yeah.
Just wide open. He would have had a touchdown. But I'm saying all that, he still threw 4 touchdown passes, and we put up 31 points. So I would give the last game ball to Jordan Love.
Boom. Last game ball going to Jordan Love. So, quick recap. I had Dantayvion Wicks and Matt LaFleur.
Yep.
Gave out 3 game balls.
Yes, sir. I had Micah Parsons with his 2.5 sacks, and forgot to bring this up, but he had 3 tackles for loss. And then Isaiah McDuffie with those 12 tackles, couple tackles for loss. And then Jay Love, 4 touchdown passes,